check it out. What you're looking at here is an automation that has made me over 20K monthly on Discord. This automation in front of you fetches leads on Discord every day at, let's take a look, 8 p.m. And then I go through it, my staff goes through it, and then we contact people that we think we could help them out, depending on the job, depending on everything. And I want to show you how it works. It's a free game. This thing will definitely help you out if you can implement it. It's simple, but it's not so simple. You know, if you guys really like it, I might do one for Slack, if that's where you guys can find leads, or Upwork, or, well, Upwork's a big, there's a different way to do that, completely different kind of thought process, but you can do one for Upwork, and I think I've seen a lot of them for Upwork, which made me interested to actually share mine for Discord. Now, some of you may not know that Discord is a really great place to find jobs. If you're not familiar with Discord, Discord started out as a place where, like, it's Slack for gamers. It's like a message group community board where you can organize your friends. You can have servers and forums in there, I guess channels, where you guys can chat about your favorite games and organize parties to go online and play with each other online in whatever game you're interested in. But it actually is a great place to find jobs. For me, I started out way back in like 2016 using Discord, and then I got fed up with Slack because it was so expensive to use, and I moved my whole team onto Discord, and we just use Discord like we use Slack, right? And then I would join these communities, and you've been probably seeing LangChain, you've been probably seeing all these, OpenAI has a Discord, all these Discord communities, and so it's become like a professional place as well. It's just become a place for communities, which is crazy because it started out with gaming, and great place to find jobs. Case in point, they do this on Slack too, but you can find some professional communities, and then you'll see something like this, and it'll be a jobs server, a jobs channel in the LangChain community, where you can see a bunch of people just posting money, right? So what you want to do is, the easy way would just be to come in here, use your time, and read through each one. Some of these might be people who are looking for jobs. Some of them might be actual jobs, but you're smarter than that. You're here watching my video because you want to learn an automated way to do this. So, without further ado, let's take a look at my automation here. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to walk you through how it works. And if this is really popular, it does need you to code a little bit. And it does need you to refresh your keys. And that's the one weakness of this, is that you do have to update your keys time to time. I was a little lazy in fixing that part. But if it is really popular, maybe what I'll do is I'll share my code, and maybe I'll make it like an easy plugin kind of thing, or share my automation. I'll share it somehow. Just post in the comments if you're interested in this, and we'll figure out how to get you it. And hey, if you subscribe, or anyways, whatever, just show me some love. Show me this is a good thing, and I will definitely share the code even more. But let me just walk you through what I got here. So this is Make. Make.com is a great automation platform. It gives you a bunch of tools to make things easier, so you don't have to write a lot of code. But this one here ended up being a little bit of code, maybe a good amount of code, but we'll see. what it starts out with is it will go in and actually pass some JSON here for the Discord channel that I'm looking for. So I have a number of different Discord leads Discord, what should I say? I have a number of Discord channels I want to follow. So this creates a little JSON payload where it puts them all into some JSON and it passes it to my function here to fetch Discord leads. So I think you'll have a channel in here. I haven't looked at this for a while, so let me double check. So let's see, what we're getting in here is, yes, it gives us the channel ID, and that's how we know which server, which channel are we going to essentially scrape for all of these leads. But it's not really scraping, we're just asking Discord, like, hey, it's me, I want a bit of information from this channel I'm subscribed to. So first thing you want to do now, if you use Notion, if you have any other database, you could even do this with a spreadsheet. You just kind of go in, if you're using Discord online, is probably the best thing to use it online, is you can come up here and you grab this, and this is going to be your channel ID. So you take that, and I've got it in Discord, like a list of them in Discord, but you can put it in a spreadsheet, you can put it anywhere you want, but that's kind of how it works. So here is my way of getting those channels that I want to follow. Wrap it in some JSON. That's simple enough. If you're not familiar with Make, I could do a course on this. I could, if you're interested in me like just teaching how to do Make stuff, I'm open to that. Just you know, give me a shout in the chat. But if you already know Discord, Make, then cool, let's rock. So this right here, we pass in for the channel ID. Oh, it's right here. So this creates a JSON structure to pass to my automation. Now let's look at the automation. Let's go to IntelliJ. Psyched you out there. The thing we were looking at earlier was actually Google Functions, Google Cloud Functions, because that's where I hosted the functions. But this is where I started out first, because I love programming, but I also hate how much time it takes. So IntelliJ is a great platform, and if IntelliJ ever watches this video, please sponsor me somehow. That'd be sick. But IntelliJ is like my favorite IDE. I know a lot of people love VS Code. It's way heavier than VS Code, but it just does more. It just makes me feel comfortable in you know, good hands, that the IDE just does so much for you. Look at how it is organized well. All right, I'm just gonna come clean. I was an Android developer for a long time, and I just feel really comfortable in this kind of environment. So I do a lot of Python projects in here. I do use VS Code, but this is really cool as well. So let me walk you through here what we have to do, and I'll try to explain it as simple as possible. So if you are a Python developer, if you are a JavaScript developer, if you're a developer at all, you could do this in any language that you know how to deploy, but scripting languages are the best to kind of deploy. So let me shrink myself here. How do you do that? Boom. All right, let's look at this code. So first things first, we've set up this as a Streamlit application when we're testing here, but on Google Cloud Functions, what we're actually doing is fetching, is actually setting this up as more like a server. You're, you know, calling it. That's how this gets done, right? We make an HTTP request, and we have this basically this fetch leads endpoint here that just works. But let's go through the ideology, the thinking of it, because if you know how it works, then you could kind of write it in any language. So first things first, we are essentially hitting this URL. This URL is provided by Discord. Discord, if you give it the right channel ID and you say, hey, give me some messages, it provides kind of an API that will just send you back a bunch of JSON you could query for whatever you want. And to be honest, that is the big secret. To be honest, if you know how to program, this is pretty much all of it. Now, the other thing is getting your token. Discord is not going to just let you go to any channel and just pull stuff from the server. That will overload its servers pretty quickly because bots will go crazy with it. You need to authorize yourself, and this is the weakness of this kind of thing. And what I could set up is something that you can kind of log in from time to time, or it refreshes itself. I suppose I could add that kind of logic here, but I was lazy and I just went to the actual Discord channel here, or it doesn't really matter where you go. But if you want to find your token, you would come to any one of these, and I'm not going to show you my token. Did I show the token already? Hopefully not. But it's in these response headers. If you go to any one of these summaries here, you'll find something that says I don't know if it says token, or let's give it a peek. It's in here. Let me see here. It is named. I want to show the whole thing. I might have shown it already. I can't remember the. Oh, here it's request headers. Authorization. If you see authorization in your request headers, grab that long string, and that's what you're going to use for your token. So I put my token in this project in the .env file, and that's what you need to talk to Discord. Discord's going to give us a response of a bunch of messages. We said give us 100 messages. Now, you could just parse this and send it to Notion, but that's how I started out. Then I realized that there's a bunch of people in here giving me junk, and you know what? I want to organize it a little better than what Discord is going to give you, just these plain messages. Sometimes I don't want to read your whole message. I want a summary. We're in an age of AI, and OpenAI provides an API, so well, that's a lot of eyes there. But anyways, if you use OpenAI to process these messages, then put them into a format you like better, then you can get something more like, and I will show you how they're coming on my side. You'll get something more like this. Like this was a lead that came in some time back. So this one was December 24th. But you can see here, Blake, now you see he said he's building uncensored apps. Here's the, I think I put in, like if it's not too long, I'll pass in like the whole post context. But what I like doing usually is also summarizing it if it's too long. Like I'll have I think I have a rule in here that will kind of do that for us. Yeah. But also, if we wanted to parse information from it, so say all this different stuff right here, right? So for Simonas, if we wanted to know what's prospect's username, what's the company, what kind of job type is it, what is the roles needed, right? All that stuff we can ask the AI, because you're just going to get a wall of text and they're going to explain to you their job, right? Maybe you don't want to go through and pick all of that stuff out. You want it to be organized in your leads list of potential jobs you could be doing and getting money for. So Let's see here. The way you want to do this is send it to OpenAI and have it read it, and then give it a prompt where we will get JSON back from it, and it will fill in that stuff based on what it read. Now that's pretty cool if you ask me. So what I'm doing here is I'm running this in parallel. If you do this one by one, it can take a while to do 100 messages. So what I do is I run a bunch of threads for all of these messages I got, and then I slowly post them. I think I post like 10 at a time to Notion, because Notion's picky about its rate limit, and it's slow or whatever. So it takes some time to get like fully done with everything actually. But let's take a look at one of these prompts. So here's a prompt. You are a Discord extraction bot. Given the Discord channel message object, you need to identify extract job details using the extract job details function. And that's something too. If you guys want a course on how to set up these kinds of custom, I guess, runnables on, this is using, I think I use LangChain. So, you know, I can never remember. Sometimes I use LangChain, sometimes I don't. So this might be using the vanilla one. Let's see. We're using LangChain. Let's take a look. I might have just done vanilla. Yeah, this is just straight OpenAI, baby. So, you know, you don't always need LangChain. You can just do it yourself. So this gets a prompt. I got this job details base model here, which is a Pydantic model, and it's going to define the schema of the JSON. So it's going to grab ID, role, company, additional info, and I'm giving it a description here of the stuff that I want. So that's really nice. And now if we go back to this job parser, and we take a look at the extraction function. Oh yeah, we already got that in here. I showed you that. We are gonna run main function here. So we grab the AI processor here, which is pretty old. I think this is before I was running 3.5 Turbo 16K. So now it probably even does better if I just upgrade it. That's something I had forgot. And so we extract those details. It's going to give us back a JSON. You know, we get a bunch of, we get the LLM response here. And then for each of the responses, right? Because remember, we just did a bunch of tasks in parallel. We just made a bunch of API calls to OpenAI. And it came back and finished, and it's surprising how fast it can finish, because you're not always getting 100. Sometimes there's not 100 to get, because I think I also have a filter in there that checks whether it is an old job. So there's a cutoff where I'm like, I'm not gonna take a look at you know, jobs that are too old. So we come in here and we start looking at each of these jobs. So once we've got the LLM response, we got the extracted data, we're going to be going through doing a for loop here. And now it's time for another tool, which I call the Notion poster, to shine. So it defines the JSON, all that stuff that we need to pass. And you know, Notion is such a complex API, to be honest. It took me a while to kind of learn it, but you can do this with maybe something like Airtable and post it up there. But you know, I have my whole team and staff you know, helping me go through these jobs and stuff on Notion, so I wanted it to be on Notion. Oh snap, that's my bear secret. But I guess I'll have to update that. Okay, so This is really just something that is going to be posting to Notion here. And once all those jobs have been passed to that Notion thing, it's going to now we check actually the timestamp here once we've got it. So we check if the timestamp is within the last 24 hours, and then we pull that in, because I guess that goes in hand, because if you look at the this thing right here, we're running it every day. So because we're running it every day, we don't necessarily need to get all the old stuff. We just need in the last 24 hours. 24 hours since we ran it. Has anybody posted anything new? Yes or no? That's the question. So that's how that works. Now I realize probably should do that up here, right? So I don't make a bunch of, because this is where it's costing you money. Yeah, I need to update that. When you review your own code, that's when you get better. Yes, that's how this works in a nutshell. Now, if you want to deploy this, you can, maybe I can make this API available, and then it would, but then I need your token and stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out if there's enough interest and you guys are like, hey, I want exactly what you've got here, and I just want you to pass a channel ID. We'll make a thing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's how products are made. If this is really useful, if you really want to monitor channels in this way and send it to wherever you want to send it, I'll make something that does that if you want me to do it for you. Let me know in the comments. So here is all the stuff that you saw there. I've just extracted it into different files in Cloud Functions here. And this goes through a bunch of different stuff I had to do. And I'm not sure if it's totally the same now, if the project, because sometimes I've just updated right here. But essentially, you could deploy it on Cloud Functions. You could deploy it on your own server, just somewhere that it can be hosted, so that we can make a HTTP request with Make, and then Make can update these daily. Now, if you wanted it to return stuff, because it needed to update Notion in a way that I couldn't get it to update in Make. Sometimes Make is limited. That's why you want to still know how to program. To be honest, I really don't program like I used to. I program a lot, but because of AI, I have this certain way of programming where it's more of like prompt programming. You want to generate the code first, so then you read it and you're like, okay, tweak this, tweak that. That's why you'll see comments in here. I mean, does any programmer who is a programmer, is busy all day writing a bunch of code, do you guys really generate write your own code line by line anymore? It feels like a waste of time to me. I'd rather generate it, look through it, and make sure it's right, or and then write some tests. I write more tests now. That's what I do. I'll have Copilot generate the function. Then I'll write tests to make sure. Actually, I have it write its own tests. Then make sure it works. And sometimes it's not giving you the optimal solution. So I have to step in there and fix things. But a lot of times I'm just generating the code. That's why you see all the comments in here. And there's a certain way I feel like you have to do it. It's almost like an art now to know how to do it with generation. And honestly, I think that's something that people should be taught. If you're not doing that and you're a programmer, you are wasting so much time, I feel. That's not to say that you are going to rely on this 100% and you're not going to be programming at all. You're not ever, let's say you're turning off your brain. You have to stay, diligent and vigilant. And know what code you're actually putting into production. You want to read it, you want to test it, you want to do all that stuff, and it helps to know like the basics of how programming works and the advanced stuff. So, because sometimes the LLM does some dumb shit, for lack of better words, so you want to be able to catch that. But this is pretty cool. This has definitely been great to just a cool way to get leads in. And honestly, I've been doing this not only with Discord, but also my email, because as an engineer, I always get a lot of people hitting me up to do different things in my email, jobs, etc. So I actually have I have an automation that also goes through the email. And if you guys are interested in email and how to set that up, I think that one was a lot easier actually, because you can just set up, I believe you can just do everything through Make, and you don't have to write a bunch of code. So if you want me to go through that, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment, like, just let me know. Just let me know if you're interested in that. But this is pretty cool. And like I said, this has been getting me in the conversations here. Not all of them, pan out, but enough to where, I can say the jobs I've gotten through this, I've been doing like 20, 30K between that, and it's definitely helped out because I've just been focusing a lot on AI and learning AI. So doing the freelance stuff has really helped out. So without further ado, I think I'll call it here. Thank you for watching. And if you like this content, let me know. Let me know what you want to see. More automations is what I do. If you want me to explain something or go into a deeper topic there, let me know. But this has been how to, automate your Discord workflow. Discord leads engine, I suppose. And I'm out.